Kính thưa quý vị, xin chào quý vị. Thì ngày hôm nay Yến Phương rất là hân hạnh có một buổi trò chuyện với lại Mr. Alan Frank của Eden Center. Hi, Mr. Alan Frank.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. And I have a lot of questions for you, but just one thing I know is the Eden Center in 1962. They have the 7 plaza, and it's worked until the 1984, and they become to change the name of the Eden Center. And why the name is changed, and why you change this name?
Well, the times changed from 1962 until 1984, and mainly because of the Vietnamese people moved to Arlington, moved to Falls Church, and started to rent stores at Eden Center, at the old Plaza 7 shopping center. And we had many good restaurants that opened up and different kinds of businesses. And so as that happened, a lot of the center became mostly Vietnamese businesses. And at that point, we realized that's a beautiful name, Eden Center, and we didn't make it up. It came from Vietnam. We know that. It came from Saigon. And a gentleman who had a business at Eden Center at Plaza 7 adopted that name, and then we adopted it from him.
Okay. And at the beginning, they just have the 4 or 5 stores, and now they have the 120 store. And can you tell us you on the top for 3 successful stores in India?
Well, I look at it a couple of different ways. For the most successful stories at Eden Center, we have to go back to the beginning to see who started at Eden Center and who's still there. And we look at DuPont and some of the businesses in the old Eden Mall. And we look at the long-standing Hung Viet and Hung Bin. And those are businesses that have been at Eden Center for many, many years, 30-some, 40 years maybe at this point, almost 40 years. But don't forget the small businesses. So we go a little inside the malls. And Hoa Vien has been there a very long time. And Nulan, right? We have new businesses that Kin Yang, I think I say it correctly, in the back of Saigon West, where they have the delicious pho. We have Ayung. Okay, Ayung in the front. These are new businesses, family businesses, which have been really the trademark of success at Eden Center. Family businesses. And so I can look at 2 kinds of success stories. One are the old original ones that are still there, and the other is newer businesses and smaller businesses that just keep on going and are really great places to visit.
And it's not only the Vietnamese business in there. They have the 3 Korean restaurants there and 1 Korean cosmetic shop. You have the different kind for the Asian culture in there.
Well, so we have a big shopping center, 120 stores. We have a changing population. Okay, so the Vietnamese community, there's a lot of young people, and they like everything.
Yes.
Okay, and particularly they like everything Asian. And so we put in 1 Korean restaurant to start to see how it would be accepted, and it's done very well. And 1 more, because a different kind of Korean restaurant recently opened up, and we tried that one. 1 cosmetic place out of New York. So it's a really kind of a fancy cosmetic place, but it caters to young, like college-age women. And so we do have a lot of young college-age women, Vietnamese, Korean, Chinese, whatever, at Eden Center. And that's been a success as well. We don't plan to do a lot more. We have 1 Thai restaurant.
1 Thai restaurant inside the
Saigon West.
Yes, Saigon West.
And that's done very well too. So, but we don't plan on doing a lot more of different kinds of businesses, it's going to always be Vietnamese, mostly. And we plan to keep it that way.
Oh, you just know it's have the 3 store, about it's couple store, it's the Korean store and one Thai store. And I know it's on the front, the Eden Center, we always have the South Vietnamese flags in there. And if you change the Asian restaurant in there, you thinking you will be the flag will be changed or no?
No.
No.
That's the easy answer. No.
It's white.
We've always had Chinese influence at Eden Center, Chinese food, some, maybe some of the business owners have Chinese background. Our big supermarket, Good Fortune, is Chinese owned.
There is New Fortune in that.
Yeah, it's Chinese owned. Nobody's ever complained about that flag.
Yeah.
All right, nobody. Our Korean tenants are very respectful of that flag. Our Thai tenant, our Chinese tenant, everybody, they love that flag.
It's good.
Yeah.
And I know it's on the 2009. The food favorite is the Anthony Broden. They come in the Songway in there. And can you tell us about the appearance and his feedback from him?
Yes, that was a great privilege for him to visit. And I was there, and it was a very interesting day, beautiful day. And they came in, one white van, and pulls into the parking lot. And about 10 people came out of it, cameramen, Anthony Bourdain, and they went into a Songway. And they sat and they talked. He walked all over Eden Center. He loves Vietnamese culture. He loves Vietnamese food. He always talked about that on his show. And it was really a great day. And I took pictures, and I have one on my office.
I saw a little picture too.
On the wall here. Yeah, that was a great day. He was just really nice person, and he was really nice to the people. We took more than just that picture. I have lots of nice pictures of him, and always remember him as his visit to Eden Center. And it still runs. You can still see it on TV. And in fact, they played on airplanes a lot.
Yes.
And people tell me I was on a plane flying somewhere, and I saw your shopping center. Yeah.
And it's a big shopping right now. But can you tell us about how many space for the parking lot on the front and on the back? And how many total the parking in there?
Yeah. So the parking. First, I'll tell you how many. It's about 400 in the front.
Oh, 4.
Yeah, and about 600 something. It's almost 1,100 parking
But it's
spaces.
still not enough.
Well, sometimes it's enough, and sometimes it's not enough. We have more than what the code, the city code, requires a certain amount of parking. We have a lot more than it requires. But on our busy times, like at 1 o'clock on a Sunday, after church, we get a big crowd, and we wish we had more parking.
Yeah.
We wish we had more, but there's no more land. We can't take any more land. So we have to live with that, and hope that people. Usually, there's parking in the back, but everybody of course wants to park in the front. But
always one on the front. It's not a lot of people park on the back.
No, I always go directly to the back because I know I can find a parking space, and I think if people did that, they would, it would be easier.
That's been the business is more than almost 35 years already, and I know it's a lot of things happened with the Eden Center. It's one in the 1997. They have one short thing in there, and it's just low by about the August on 2011. I have a group of one store is more than 1 million there. That's when how to improve for the security in there about that.
Well, we're not immune from bad things happening. No different than Tyson's Corner is, and or anywhere else. It just happens. We're in a busy urban community. I can't stop everything from happening. But what we've done, we work very closely with the police department in Falls Church and police officers. We have installed, every year we install more cameras at Eden Center. We have over 50 cameras now. And we gave the police department a direct link to those cameras. They can watch it, and it has been very, very successful thing for us. And when somebody does something wrong, bad at Eden Center, they get caught. I hope it stays this way. It's been a very, very peaceful time at Eden Center for a long time. I think we're a safe, very safe environment. We put up about 20 new parking lot lights in the last few years. So it's bright, LED, all LED lights, so it's really bright and nice now. I think that's helped.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep on trying to do new things that'll make it even safer. But
Yeah, and always when they're talking about the Eden Center, we'll be thinking about the Vietnamese community in there. And I know you always support for the Vietnamese community a lot. Look like it for the Vietnamese New Year, and it coming up with the Moon Festival always, right? And you how to support for a lot of festival with the Vietnamese festival in there like that?
we plan to continue. We did something new about a month ago. In July, we had a children's festival, and it was pretty good. It was a 100-degree day, so it was kind of hot for the kids, but it worked out all right. It was successful. We'll do it again next year. And then Teletron has their big, our tenant Teletron has their big concert, September 13, I believe. 15. 15? 15. It's that weekend, yeah, 2 days. And that's going to be bigger than ever. And then after that, October 5th, we're going to have our Moon Festival. Again, an event for the kids, really. And that'll be good. We have kind of new ideas this year, so I hope people come out and bring their kids, and be a lot of good photography and just games and things like that, as usual. And then, you know, the community itself has a number of events that are held at the center, and we support them and hope that they continue to come over. And you know, anything we have, any opportunity we have to have a community event at Eden, we do it. I don't know if you remember the Smithsonian Museum. We had them come over, and we had an exhibit a number of years back. So that was really a nice opportunity.
Yeah, I still remember on it's last Vietnamese New Year, I saw you decoration in the corner with the Milakai and folklore store.
Yes.
And you put the decoration, it's really nice. Yeah, it's really beautiful. And you put the Vietnamese tradition from the little kid, for the woman, for the man in there, for everybody come here take a picture.
Did you have your picture taken?
Yeah, I will.
Good. We're going to do that again.
I did
October
before.
5th.
Yeah.
We're doing the same thing again.
Oh, on the October 5th for the Moon Festival, it's like that too? Oh.
Yeah.
It's good, and thank you for your always support for the Vietnamese. Any festival, look like New Year or Moon Festival, and everything you support for the earth.
Oh, you're welcome. And I've had my picture taken as well.
Yeah, I will show you the picture before I take in the Vietnamese New Year last time. In there is nice.
Eden Center is an important part of this community, and it's our intention that it always is part of this community forever. And we want to do more, and if anybody has any ideas that things that we can do better, we're here, we have an office here, and we would certainly like to make it better and better every year.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Alan. Friends, you come here for us with the interview today, and hope you always support for us anything. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kính thưa quý vị, vừa rồi là một vài những tâm sự cũng như là những trao đổi của Đài với lại ông Alan Frank của Eden Center. Ông lúc nào cũng luôn support và bảo trợ tất cả các chương trình của cộng đồng người Việt chúng ta, đặc biệt là tại khu thương xá Eden. Xin cảm ơn quý vị đã theo dõi buổi phỏng vấn ngày hôm nay và xin hẹn gặp lại trong các chương trình lần sau.